Hello my dear friends and epic gamers. We are getting closer and closer to E3, which will bring us a lot of great news, but we aren't there yet and there is still a lot of other stuff to talk about. Without further ado, let's get into the news. We will start off with Microsoft, since they have been on a roll lately. In a blog post, Microsoft told us that they have decided to lower the cut they take from developers from 30% to 12%. This will start to take effect on August 1st. I think this is a great move to make the Microsoft Store a more enticing platform for developers, and also make it a lot more competitive with Steam. In the long run, I expect this to help improve Game Pass on PC, since more developers will put their games on Microsoft Store, so they can get more money. This will also help a lot of indie developers, which is always a good thing. In this same blog post, they did talk a little bit about Halo Infinite, and what features it will have on PC. The game is confirmed to have crossplay and cross-progression with Xbox consoles. The game will have ultra-wide and super ultra-wide support, triple keybinds, a lot of advanced graphic options, and more. Seems like they are really making sure that this game will play and look great on PC. Outside of the things I have already talked about, the blog post mentions some more stuff too, like how they are really focusing on improving the experience for PC gamers. They are improving install reliability and faster download speeds. And if you have tried downloading a game on Game Pass for PC, you know how it can be a big pain in the ass. They ended this blog post by saying that this is just the beginning and that they cannot wait to share more later this year. The future is looking bright for PC gaming. Outside of PC gaming, they randomly just decided to drop a lot more FPS boosted titles, which brings the total to 97 games. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Xbox has just been killing it lately. In the last week, Xbox has had a lot of credible rumors come out. The first one I will talk about is that IO Interactive seems to be making an Xbox Dragon themed exclusive, and according to Jeff Grubb, a very reliable insider, it will be a behind the backs Diablo style game. This does sound very intriguing, and IO Interactive are very talented. If this is what they want to do, I say give them time and I think they will make one hell of a game. Jez Corden, who is also one of the most reliable leakers, made a mysterious tweet with emojis. The first one is a Mexican flag and a car, which is obviously Forza Horizon 5, and it's supposed to be set in Mexico, which was also confirmed by Jeff Grubb. Then there's a star and a tractor, which is believed to be Starfield, since well, a tractor can be on a field, you know. And then we have Halo Infinite. But the next ones are quite mysterious. The dragon is supposed to be the IO Interactive Dragon Diablo style game, which Jez Corden was the first one to tease, I believe, at Windows Central. The blue typhoon looking emoji with a plus is the one I have no idea what it is. Some people say Ubisoft Plus, but Jez Corden has said that it isn't it, and it's supposed to be a game. Now, before the blue typhoon and after Halo Infinite, there are 3 dots. I saw someone online that thought that meant the games before the dots are releasing this year, and the ones after will be further down the road. And I gotta say, I think so too. Probably won't be long until we find out, since Xbox is confirmed to attend E3. This last rumor is the one that has me the most excited. According to Special Ed from Xbox Era, someone at Xbox is making a Mandalorian game. There is a bit of a joke that the most reliable leaker is Phil Spencer's shelf, since he does like to tease future things with his shelves. So Ed said this: okay, so you'll notice there's a Mandalorian Funko on Phil's shelf. Yes, someone is making a Mandalorian game. Not sure who yet. Sorry. He seems very sure here, and he also said this. By the way, the Funko was in the last Phil's shelf pick. I personally never noticed it the first time, but once I saw it this time, I asked if I could mention the game and got the okay. What's kinda funny about this, but also kinda sad, is that it wasn't a Mando pop at all. He went on to delete those 2 tweets and tweeted this instead. Okay, so little bit of a whoopsie. Yeah, there's going to be a Mando game, but that's apparently not a Mando Funko. I might have just said something I wasn't supposed to yet, hoping I didn't just burn my source. Got some apologizing to do. So even though it wasn't a Mando pop, Ed seems very confident that there is a Mandalorian game in the works. I wonder who could be developing it. I think the Coalition could do it justice, but we'll just have to wait and see. Enough about Xbox. I know you all want to hear some stuff about PlayStation. And honestly, PlayStation has had a pretty good week too. PlayStation had a State of Play last week, which was focused mainly on Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. At this point, I really don't need to see it anymore. It looks great and a lot of people are really excited for it. I don't have a PlayStation 5 yet, so I don't really have a reason to be super excited about it, but it does look freaking awesome. Outside of that, they showed a new trailer for Subnautica Below Zero, and revealed that Among Us is coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 in 2021. I was gonna make a sus joke, but I just can't sink that low. We also heard that PlayStation has sold 7.8 million PlayStation 5 so far, which is an insane number. Especially since a lot of people can't even get their hands on one at the moment. If the supply could keep up with the demand, I think it could have been closer to 10 at this point, maybe even more. I'm just very curious to see how many units will be out in the wild when the supply picks up. Huh? Sony's working to integrate Discord into PlayStation consoles? Wow, this whole Discord situation took a turn. Over a month ago in March, Bloomberg reported that Microsoft was in talks to buy Discord for more than $10 billion. Insane amounts, and a lot of people on Twitter went crazy. Mainly because they were worried that it was going to be like the Skype situation all over again. But after a while, we found out that Discord turned down the offer, and that seemed to be it. But now, out of nowhere, Sony announced that Discord and PlayStation consoles will be closer together starting early next year. Sony also made a minority investment into Discord. I can't wait to see how this turns out. Outside of Microsoft and Sony, we have some other gaming news. The reveal of Battlefield 6 has to be imminent at this point. It is heavily rumored to get a reveal very soon, and it might even be this week. Around a week ago, the Battlefield social media accounts changed their banner, which almost only happens when they are very close to a reveal. 2 screenshots from the Battlefield 6 trailer has also leaked, but for obvious reasons I won't show them here. And while we have even more stuff here, and it's from the Battlefield leaker Tom Henderson, which I don't know much about since I'm not very involved with Battlefield, but people seem to trust him. He thinks a lot of people will shift from COD to Battlefield this year, which is insane since COD has always been on top. This fits with other things Thomas said, and the fact that he believes Battlefield 6 will launch into Game Pass this fall. This would be huge for both Battlefield 6 and for Game Pass, so seems like it could happen. According to Tom, the trailer he saw was a 9 out of 10, and he describes a bit of the trailer by saying this. The beginning of the trailer starts off with a nice sunny blue sky, and ends in a dark and rainy mess. I think that sounds very interesting, and I get why he gave it a 9 out of 10. Seems like a great reveal trailer. And according to him, the game will include a dynamic weather cycle and a day-night cycle. And that makes a lot of sense from his description of the trailer. I have never gotten excited for a Battlefield game, but this game sure does sound really cool. I also found this tweet saying that according to recent rumors, the game will have its first announcement on Thursday, May 6th. We will just have to wait and see what happens in 2 days. Oh, Elden Ring. From Software parent company, Kadokawa Corp just had its latest earnings report, and it can be taken in many different ways. According to the report, they expect lower revenue for the year ending March 31st, 2022, and they cite delayed releases as a factor. This makes it sound like we won't get Elden Ring by March 31st, 2022. But according to a finance worker, this is quite misleading. I found out about this from a long Reddit post, but I'll read a TLDR that this nice Redditor put up for us lazy folks. This hot take clickbait article being spread misinterprets the statements and forecasts presented in Kadokawa's yearly financial presentation. The author conveniently leaves out of their analysis that FY21 sales of existing From titles were abnormally boosted by COVID, and that a March release for Elden Ring only puts a few weeks of revenue on Kadokawa's books. Elden Ring by March 2022 is still likely. Sadly, this is all we have about Elden Ring at this moment. We shall remain hollow. This is for the most part all the news I have for this video, but Daniel Ahmad, a very reliable person within the industry, tweeted this at someone that mentioned the fact that there has been a bunch of news this week and it was only Monday. Daniel said this: "Just wait till you see the rest of the stuff set to be announced this week." This makes me think that the Battlefield reveal for May 6th might be real. But I expect there to be even more news than that. We just have to wait and see. And maybe I'll make another video like this at the end of the week. That's all the news I have for this video, but I want to dedicate this last part of the video to some upcoming games this week. Let's start with this little game you might have heard of.
There is no safe! Every sorry bastard out there has been ripped in half. Tomorrow we'll all be dead.
No, let me go!
Chris? What the hell? Why?
Poor Ethan.
Ethan Winters, welcome.
Resident Evil Village is finally coming out this week. It looks fucking great, but I will not be playing it, since I haven't played a Resident Evil game ever. At the time of writing this, I hadn't played the demo, but I gave it a try and that was sick. Feel free to give the demo a try, and who knows, maybe you'll just play that epic game. Sadly, there wasn't enough tall hot lady in the demo. I feel like this game might be a Game of the Year contender, but we'll just have to wait and see May 7th when it arrives on pretty much every platform except Nintendo Switch. Hood, Outlaws and Legends is a 4v4 PvPvE stealth heist game. In the game you get unique skills and mystical abilities that are different for each character. You can play this game stealthily by stealing treasures unseen or engaging in intense and brutal combat. The game is out on May 10th, but you can play it 3 days earlier on May 7th if you pre-order. That's it. That is all I have for this video today. I haven't uploaded much lately, mainly because I haven't known what to upload. I haven't played many games, so I couldn't really make any new reviews. And even if I did, it's not really something people like to watch unless it's a new game, or well, relevant in any way. I have been exploring and trying to find out what I want to do, and I thought this video would be fun to make. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like and maybe even subscribe. If you didn't like it, I would love some feedback on how to improve. Thank you and have a good day.